What's going on, my fish people? Came down to check up on our fish. Check out the gallery, see how we looking. So notice one thing. You're about to learn a very valuable lesson here. And this is not today's video, it's just something that's happening, and that's the purpose of this channel. So before I zoom in and let you see what's happening, this is the tank that we just rescaped not too long ago. It went through a water change, a pretty huge water change to be exact, which I knew it could come with some issues, but these fish right here are very hardy fish. Plecoses can literally live outside of water for hours. I seen videos of people in Florida finding these things up on the shore and completely dried out. Look like they're sitting there for days. We're gonna back out and let you see something. See that? See all of them snails right there up there like this? So snails only do this for a certain amount of reasons. Reason number one is poor water quality. Number two is water change, meaning temperature. And reason number three is lack of food. So this tank has enough food. It gets heavily fed because these guys are pretty big, and they need to be able to eat. Number two is this has a pretty well, heater in here. This heater is pretty well. It's pretty good. It works pretty good. I'm actually gonna have to pull it out and look at it. See all them bubbles on it? Those bubbles can be there for two reasons. Either because of this hair, this flow, or because there's water inside of it. And you don't want water inside of it. That can actually explode, kill all your fish, fry it, or whatever the case may be. So I gotta check that out. And then reason number three for them being here like this is the water quality. So now I just said I did a huge water change. So maybe some pH, the pH level changed. It could be a few things. How you fix that is by testing your water and seeing what the water levels are. And that can tell you if you need a water change or not. Now remember I said in the last video I uploaded, or the video before that, I had issues with doing water changes and losing fish all the time, until I got something called stress coat, and it actually came in today. That's what today's video is about, stress coat. So I didn't get to use it when I did the water change in this tank. I only used Prime. I'm not a huge fan of Prime, but it definitely helps out. So this tank didn't get any stress coat. So I'm actually going to be doing a water change, not a big one, but just about here, 25% or so. Add some clean fresh water in with some stress coat. And then I would do another video if this is still going or if it's not still happening. So yeah, that's that. Now the main video for today is not about this tank either, but this tank will be getting a water change as well since the stress coat has come in. Also getting feeding. But it's about this tank. Today's video is about this tank here. This is a 29 long gallon tank. Is one of my favorite dimensions, one of my favorite fish tanks. The 29 gallon tank, tall and long, either or. So the stress coat came. I have the sponge filter. I have the air pump. I have everything but the air valve check. It's one of these. I have everything but that. So I got another one of these, and it's a 3-1. So see how it's two connected to this one? So this one here is only working on this tank here, and then this one is the two bottom tanks. Yeah, the two bottom tanks. So this one is running here, and then that one is running there. That's that. Yeah, that one's on. I forget which one this one is connected to. But anyway, I got one of those. All three of these tanks, airflow will get connected to one air pump, which is This one here, this one is a 40-gallon air pump. Those I think are 30 and 20. I forget. They might be 20. But this tank will be getting a water change today. Bottom cleared off. The sponge filter will be going in. I'm honestly thinking about just pulling that sponge filter out, adding it into this tank, but that's already beneficial bacteria in it, and putting the new one in here. Or even just putting the new one in here and just let both sponge filters give some time, clean this out, add the fresh water, and start getting that cycle going. I gotta order a hang on the back filter for this for the meantime until everything goes as planned. But the fish that I want to get for this fish tank is pretty much what we're talking about today. So I've been looking at a bunch of fish that I want to get for that tank, and definitely want the blue rams, the German blue rams. I've been talking about blue rams for quite some time. It's a fish that I really want. I want to get a pair of them. I want to get a pair of those. I want to get some neon tetras. I want to get some spotted corydorus, cory cats, and some, correct me if I'm wrong, I always forget how to actually say the name. Remy nose tetras, the one with the red face. I'm gonna be posting a picture of what the fish look like. And then why I always get tongue twisted. A few different other species. I can't think of the word that I want to use. A few other couple species. I don't want to go heavier in a tank. So a 29-gallon tank can hold a decent amount of fish. The fish that I'm picking are enough for a 30-gallon tank. This is a 29-gallon tank. But we talked about the gallons and how all that works. A 30-gallon tank is not truly holding 30 gallons of water. It's most likely going to be holding about 29, 28 gallons of water, and then you have evaporation and all of that good stuff. So a 29-gallon tank is really holding about 27 gallons of water because you're not filling up the tank to the actual brim for multiple reasons, and we talked about that too. For example, if we look at this tank, see how much space is there? That just so that sometimes your fish will go from the very bottom of the tank racing up to the top for air. Sometimes they do that so quick they can actually pop out of your fish tank. You come downstairs, now you have a fish laying on the floor. Some big fish do that a lot, or your fish can get spooked. Now, for example, bilge loaches are escape artists. You want a lid for the top of your fish tank, because if you don't, they will hop out of there. So we're getting new fish. Once this tank gets all set up, we're doing the blue rams, we're doing the red Remy nose tetras, neon tetras. I'm trying to go with a theme of blue and red. That's what I'm trying to go with. So the blue rams are multiple different colors based on what I'm able to find and what I'm able to purchase. But I'm looking for one with multiple colors, but mainly blue. The Remy nose has the red face, and then the neon tetras have the red back end or the belly, depending on what type of species it is. And then the cory cat has just a little, the one that I'm getting, I'll show a picture of it, it's just a little bit of red inside of his cheek, but the theme is red fish, schooling fish with the rams, and maybe some coolie loaches, some orange coolie loaches. That's what I'm thinking. For the scape of this tank, I'm thinking stacking up some rocks in the corner there with maybe 2 or 3 plants in the corner, some sort of driftwood, and then planting the entire backside of the fish tank, leaving the front nice and open. Hanging on the back filter, sponge filter off into the corner with plants around it, and a heater right underneath or beside the hang on the back filter like this one is. If you're having trouble with heating your tank, always add your heater as close as possible to your filter, because when the water sucks up, it'll be sucking up the heated water and placing that heated water right back into your fish tank, and it'll spread out evenly throughout your tank. Also, you can get a wave maker, place the wave maker with the heater near each other, and they'll push the water out into the rest of the tank so that your tank can get heated quicker. But a lot of information piled into this video. Just wanted to discuss that, and wanted to tell you guys that the stress coat did come in. I got 2 of them, so I didn't have to go to Petco or PetSmart to actually get it. It came in. Now I'm just waiting on the next piece, which most likely might get delivered today. So I'm gonna have to check to see the arrival time. And then I just gotta get the plants, the rocks, and the hanger on the back filter for that right there. And then figure out the lining of this. Once I figure out the lining and all that, that'll be an updated video. This tank, I got some thoughts on it. I'm thinking of just turning that into a sub. And if I turn it into a sub, I won't need the sponge filters or the hanger on the back filters. Everything will be ran through that fish tank. And it will be the first time me showing you guys on this channel how to build a sub for your fish tanks. Now, I know a lot of people don't do subs on these type of small tanks because they're only 29s. This is 29 tall, that's 29 long, and that's just a 10 gallon. A lot of people don't do it, but if I did do it, water quality would be a lot better, and beneficial bacteria will be so high for the amount of fish that will be in this fish tank, and for the fish that will be getting added to this tank. Because as you guys know, in here there was 5 tetras. There was some Sarpy tetras and some red skirt tetras. One tetra disappeared a while back. I did a video on it. He just randomly disappeared. What I'm thinking is maybe gotten sick, or he was also the runt of the group. He was the smallest one. So he either got sick and passed and the fish ate him, or the fish picked on him and then pretty much tore him to limbs and ate him, or somehow he got sucked up the filter, got caught on the padding, shriveled up, died, and so on and so forth, or somehow jumped out. I'm not too sure. And then the other ones passed when the water change took place. So now I'm down to 2, and they're in here somewhere. They've been hiding since their numbers are dwindled. Tetras and most tetra family fish do better in packs or in groups, schools, should I say. And what I mean by that is groups of 5 and more. I'm not seeing them. I'm trying to see if you guys can pick them up. One's been hanging out in there. I'm gonna have to look to see if the 2 are still living. That's about it, guys. That's all I got for you. Just wanted to get y'all updated on the delivery and so on and so forth. We'll be updating you on this. We're gonna check the perimeters of that tank and go from there. Peace out.